What's going on, all you chunky chipmunks? My name is Mason.
And I'm Alex.
I am Davis.
And welcome to FU Fantasy Football.
Ooh, fantasy.
Oh, Davis joining in on the foos with
I'm
Alex.
there every time, and you make fun of me every time, so don't act like
You know he's staggering. You guys did it together this time. I don't know. Alex, how do you feel about that? He's stepping on your toes there a little bit.
I don't know. I'm pretty loud.
it's just part of the fun.
Davis is like,
Anyway, great start.
Boo.
Fantasy.
Boys, we had some football last night, and it was maybe the best Thursday night game in quite some time.
Oh yeah,
I saw a tweet this morning that said, "It's funny what happens when you play a Thursday night game on a full week's rest."
Nah.
And I guess that's the Seahawks can lick their wounds and tell themselves that they didn't get that full week. So, did they?
No, the Seahawks got the full week. I think Dallas the one.
No, Dallas,
the full week.
Dallas
was Thanksgiving too.
Yeah.
They both played Thursday. Oh, yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Wow.
So that's there you go. That is funny.
Yeah.
I forgot the Seahawks played that night. Yeah. That's right. It was a banger. Alex almost got a delicious parlay. Do you want to go ahead and rant about it?
Yeah. So I'll do this rant. So it's really, really hard because I have CeeDee Lamb, and CeeDee Lamb got me 32.6 points. CeeDee Lamb was awesome. But Jesus Christ, can you catch the freaking ball? Like, please catch the ball. Like, twice. 2 huge drops that would have got me over my parlay. So my parlay was Dak over 284 passing yards, Ferguson anytime touchdown, CeeDee Lamb anytime touchdown, and Dallas minus 9.5. CeeDee catches that touchdown, 10 points, I'm good. CeeDee catches that 4th down pass to continue the drive, they likely score a touchdown on that drive. I'm good. Like, also, CeeDee, you can't run faster than a linebacker. That end around, where like he's like just gets walked down by a linebacker. It's like, come on, man. Like, come on, man. I know you got me 32.6 points. Come on, man. Come on, you got me 32.6 points, but what are you trying to drop the ball at the end of the game like that? Dang, man.
Come on, man. That's funny. Well, my little rant is about the Dallas Cowboys defense. I can't really complain again, like Alex is saying, because they've been so phenomenal throughout the season. But man, when they lose, or as far as fantasy goes, they lose hard, man. It's either double-digit fantasy points or negative points. I think they have one game in between. Or no, they have 2 games where I think they got 4 and 6 points. And the other 3, they had negative, and everything else was double digits. And it's just like, man, it's all or nothing with y'all. And luckily this year it's been mostly all.
Yeah.
Oof. -3 hurts me. Luckily, Ferguson did yeoman's work and is going to give Davis a nice little wet whistle on Monday. But if I did not have Ferguson going, I would be very sad. A very sad boy with -3 points from the Dallas Cowboys defense. So
yeah, especially with that matchup, you got to think that wanted to give it to him a couple times, and no, that first touchdown pass to DK was nuts.
Woo.
Right where only he could get it, and then he was just gone.
The way that man runs, holy shit, he runs like a man possessed.
Yeah.
You know what he runs like? He runs like a guy that doesn't get to score touchdowns very often. So when he sees daylight, he's like, I gotta get there.
Only chance, man. He scored 3 last night, by the way.
Yeah.
Dude. It was like all of Alex's 100 yards and a touchdown over the past few weeks. All came together in one game.
Yeah, he was fed up with not getting his due diligence. Dang.
Yeah,
3 touchdowns. That's a big number.
Now, you know what's going to happen? That's going to skew the points for the entire year, and everybody's going to draft him high as shit next year.
Yep.
And
what's funny is that he's maintained that pace of red zone targets this year, and he should be. I feel like everyone's going to draft him again decently high based off of that. But we did this last year for this year. He had 31 red zone targets last year and only caught, I think, what did he have? 4 or 5 touchdowns last year? Yeah. He had the most targets in the red zone of anyone in the NFL. And that trend has kind of continued this year. And it's kind of like, maybe that's a Geno problem, because if you think back when Russ and he were connecting, it was a glorious thing. He was a top guy. It's kind of like if he had a better quarterback, he'd be more of like an AJ Brown kind of dude, because he's
he's got that same talent. Yeah,
exactly. So
it's almost like they played on the same team in college too.
Geno is definitely a serviceable quarterback. I'd say he's probably top 15 guy in the NFL, but he's not the best for Mr. Metcalf, evidently.
Apparently not.
Yeah, DK was number 34 coming into the night, and he's probably going to fall into the top 20. And we're going to be like
34.
Yeah, and we're going to be like
they've not been good. Yeah, and that'll be, I think, to your point, Mason. We'll treat him next year like we treated Joe Mixon this year.
Right.
Who's happy to be on your team. He turned a 55-point game into what you would have taken him round 4 probably. And he's not been anywhere near that. So
he's been serviceable.
Buyer beware.
He's been floating around at 17, in the middle RB2, which is fine. It's not what, but honestly, that's pretty much where you drafted him. So I can't really be too upset about it.
Yeah.
Also, sorry, Tyler Lockett. JSN just took your job.
Oof.
We're talking about it all year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Mason talked about it without you last week. He's good, man. JSN's good. He's good.
He's got it, man. He may not, completely take over this year, but he is. It's kind of like your Jaden Reeds or Jalen Warrens, where like you just watch me like, oh,
yeah, he's just really good.
He's quick and nimble, and his
soft hands.
His routes are unreal,
and that's the thing that it was touted about him, and that's why he was the first guy off the board. It was his routes were. So it's taken a little bit while for him to carve out his role because of Lockett and DK, but I think you're right. Mr. Lockett is he's going to be the third.
Yeah, he had a bad drop at the end of the game too.
Oh yeah, he was upset about it too.
Yeah.
So what happens when you don't get fed the entire game? You're like, what do I do?
Yeah. He needs to lock it down at the end of the games.
Okay.
8 minutes in, that might be a record for me, Chase.
At home, I took my headphones off, threw my hat, and walked away.
Just right out the window. Right out the window.
God, I hate you.
All right, Davis, you have to move on. Go on with your rants.
All right, I'll go quick. I hate the bye schedule this season. I hate it every season.
It's time to bring this back up.
Why do we have full bye slate at week 13, and then we have more byes next week? And we didn't have any byes last week. And we had some byes the week before, and then we didn't have any the week before that. What are we doing? Why are we either not spreading it out evenly, or let's throw 2 bye weeks in and just have nobody play those weeks? Give everybody. But why are we? I don't even care about fantasy at this point. Why do we have 6 teams on bye in week 12? You got to make them play 11 weeks, get their ass beat for 11 weeks, and then you get a break. While some teams had their bye in week 5. I don't understand. Bye weeks are great. Love them for the players, but the schedule is stupid. That's my
opinion. Let's just take a week off of football.
That's what I'm saying. It's just there's no money involved. There's no money involved. It's fine.
It's got to be due with scheduling, with the venues, I guess. But it really seems stupid to me. But
it feels like unfair for like these teams that like need to get healthy by the end of the year. They can rest players this week, and like guys like
sure. That's the one. I feel bad for the ones at the beginning of the year.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Well, it's certainly not well.
Nobody's asked me, but I don't like it.
I will. Here's the thing: even the venue argument is stupid too, because guess what is one of the biggest powerhouses in our economy? The National Football League. I think they take precedent over any other fucking sporting event, live event. The amount of money generated from their TV, alone, it should blow anything else out of the water. So,
well, it's not like those venues are often in use otherwise. I think they're probably used 15 total times a year.
Well, up here they are used much more frequently.
Quite a bit, yeah.
Yeah, but in some, in some places, like I don't know what Bank of America is getting used for. I know they've got soccer and they've got some concert events, but not nearly like what probably MetLife is getting up here.
It's not like you got to plan out your Sundays to see if the Giants can play there or not.
Right.
They're the main residents of that stadium.
Yeah. Yep. Yes.
All right. You guys want to get into preview?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Cool. Game preview. Okay, so let's start off with whatever we start off with before, because we go by the NFL.com schedule. So we go Chargers versus Pats. Davis, do you have a guy you want to talk about?
Yes, I do. I want to talk about Hunter Henry, and I'll tell you why.
Ooh.
Couple reasons. One, I'm terrified of the New England offense, but that ball will be thrown and it's got to go somewhere. And Pop Douglas is a little banged up right now, so I was checking to see if he was going to play. Keep an eye on that.
Yeah,
but that Chargers defense is susceptible to being scored on in any situation. And I think if you are like me, potentially in need of a tight end on account of Trey McBride maybe not playing, Hunter Henry's out there. He's like 14% owned. He has been known to put up a score or two. So as a flyer, that's who I'm looking at.
Yeah. Zappy, the Zapper, is going to be quarterback probably.
Oh, no.
He didn't run away from that one.
Well, I was going to talk about Pop Douglas, Mr. Demario Douglas, because he just continues to be consistent. But like Davis said, he is a little nicked up.
This week.
So what?
Yeah, I doubt he plays.
Yeah, two DNPs so far in practice this week. So you got to see what he does today, but that's not trending great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll flex over. Don't play Guyton for the Chargers.
So that's what I was going to ask about. Keenan Allen has two did not practice.
Yeah.
So he might not play. So is Guyton the number one? I don't know. I probably don't play a receiver if Keenan Allen doesn't play.
That's why I was thinking. There was a part of me that was like, maybe Quentin Johnston is like a complete flyer, but I think he's on the raw
injury report too.
Let's find out.
Yeah,
as of yesterday, he was.
He was. Yeah.
He's got full practices this week, but
okay,
we'll see.
Well, dang, I guess.
What else you got, dummy?
I like Eckler, Herbert, and Ramondre this week, and that's if Keenan Allen doesn't play.
Henry's a good call if Pop Douglas.
Yeah, especially by Mageddon. Yeah, by Mageddon. Yeah,
that's what I mean. Yeah,
passes got to go to somebody.
So, there you go.
That kind of week.
It's bleak.
Yeah. This game, I don't want any, especially if Allen doesn't play. I hate this game.
Yeah.
But Ramondre is going to get all the work, and so will Eckler. But okay, let's go.
Allen did he not practice yesterday at all?
No. He was doing work on the side.
So evidently, I was listening to some podcast. One they were talking about they saw a picture of his shoulder, and it's the same injury that shut down Richard's been. But he's been playing on it because it's not the throwing motion is
he doesn't have to throw on it
exactly. So he's been playing on it. So the problem is he gets so much volume that he's getting just tackled all the time. So I don't know.
At some point in time, you gotta look yourself in the mirror and be like, "Are we really going to make the playoffs? Are we?"
Yeah, I mean that makes me real nervous for my stack. I kind of hope they just rest him this week and then comes back next week because I'm pretty much already in the playoffs. I'm 99% lock, but
so you're saying there's a chance?
There's a small chance, about the same chance that I make the playoffs in North Carolina.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I did double my. I doubled my percent chance winning.
2 to 4.
Dude, I'm rooting for you, man. I'm rooting for you.
I pull it for you too, buddy.
I mean, it's funny. I feel like I've found myself in the past 3 years. I haven't made the playoffs in 3 years in this league, and it's been so frustrating.
It's terrible.
Yeah, Davis, you're going to make it this year.
I'm going to make it this year, but the past few years have been
we both have missed the past 3 years. Yeah, it's been bad. But there's a small chance if I win this week, it's probably going to double again.
Back up to 8, baby.
Especially because me and Nick are playing each other, so one of us is going to.
Drop
yeah, someone's falling there. Someone's falling between Mary Grace and JB. So I'm going to gain ground if I win. And negative 3 points from the Cowboys does not help. But
yikes.
Doesn't help.
But 19, almost 20 points from your boy Ferguson does.
Yeah.
I had him
play
this week.
Your Cowboys, man.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, that's essentially, let's say I get 10 points from my tight end and 6 points from my.
Correct.
That's how I'm looking at it, and that's what you really need.
Correct.
As long as everyone else does okay.
Yep. All right. Let's go to Lions at Saints. Mason, you go first this time.
Lions at Saints. I think I'm gonna say if you're in a pinch, A.T. Perry, man. He's there's no one else to throw the ball to again.
Yeah. So real quick, real fast, Olave is in concussion protocol. So he very unlikely to play. So that's why you're saying
he's limited. He's been practicing in limited fashion.
He practiced yesterday, which limited fashion.
Yeah.
I think Wednesday even too, maybe. But only one dude has come back from a week turnaround, and that was Madison this year.
Purdy did too.
Oh, 2 guys.
Oh yeah.
But Purdy was definitely still concussed when he was playing. You're like, oof.
Yeah, I hope they keep Olave out, man.
Especially because it's what his 4th concussion in 3 years or something like that.
Oh no.
Yeah, he got a
number.
Yeah, he needs to not play.
If that's the case, then Michael Thomas is shut down for the year. Or at least IR, and A.T. Perry is the next dude up.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be the tight ends, and A.T. Perry. So
because Rashid Shaheed's not playing. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Wow. Who else is? Well, I don't know who else is on that team.
It's gonna be a monster game.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
You ever heard of Keith Kirkwood?
Yes, I actually have. He was a Panther.
Unfortunately, in between Saints stints, I swear he's played for us 6 times the past 3 years. I just wish we had Saints legend Lil Jordan Humphrey still on the team. He's in Denver. He's in Denver.
No, he went with Peyton to Denver.
So because of that, I have Juwan Johnson and Taysom Hill. I have them as top 12 plays. Sorry, I'm probably stealing Davis's and y'all's.
No, I like that a lot.
I agree with you. I think he's going to be a target monster. And Alvin Kamara, I have him as a top 3 play.
I've got
week.
6, so
I think the offense runs through him. Davis, what do you got?
So my concern with the Saints is Detroit has a killer line right now. Aiden Hutchinson is just playing completely out of his mind. And the Saints' offensive line has not been good. So while I love the Kamara pick, I am not confident at this point in the season that Derek Carr is going to be able to handle it. Or that we're going to be able to block well for him. So
I think it's dump off city as well.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
That's what I mean. I don't know if he's going to have time to get the ball off.
No.
We'll find out. But no, my pick was going to be Jared Goff because he's kind of living in that top 12 range right now. We've talked a lot about how he does on the road versus at home.
But it's in a dome.
It's in a dome. Nice climate control. We've talked about that.
It feels lovely in there. I have been. Actually, we all have been. I've been there for.
I love the dome. Yeah, I love it.
And the Saints defense is banged up and not performing as well as they were earlier in the year. So I think you obviously start your Lions, but I like Jared Goff as a top 7 play this week.
Wow.
Top 7? Is that where you ranked him?
I don't know if I actually ranked him there, but I like him there.
Yeah. Well, you better go adjust those ranks. Actually, boys, I have him at 7. So
look at that. Look at that.
I'm right there with you, brother.
Well, now I got to look. He's at 13 for me.
Ooh, we shot that.
I have him at 10, so I need to move him up according to that statement.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Mason, do we have one? Do we and you have one?
Yeah, we did a one that was like a one place. This is a better one if we'd rather flex this one because you're pretty close on. We're only one spot apart on the other shot bet.
Oh yeah. It was who does better kind of thing.
Brock Hardy or Trevor Lawrence. I'd rather
Lawrence.
do this one because you're so close. It's kind of you're like, well, but I did like him.
Yeah. All right, so cancel that one and we'll do 9 and below is you and 10 and above is me. Is that how it works?
You're what, 13?
I'm at 3rd. Oh yeah, so 9's a push. No, 10's a push.
10's
right?
a push.
And you get
10
10's a push. Yeah, 10's a push. Yeah, so I get 11, 12, 13. Yeah, I get 11, 12, 13, and you get 9, 8, 7. So 10's a push.
All right, yeah, I like to cancel the other one, Davis, because that one was kind of like we were just forcing something.
2040. Cool. Love it. So you play Monra.
Yeah.
You play Monra. You play both Gibbs and Montgomery, Kamara, both tight ends.
Are we done with the rest of the wide receivers from the Lions? Are they too sporadic?
Yeah.
I don't know that you start any with confidence.
I think.
And you still got Peoples-Jones that's going to start taking snaps away from those guys. And you just don't know what it's going to be. I think it's just a Monra right now.
Jameson Williams is
breaking out. He's breaking out.
He's Rashid Shaheed. Like you don't know when.
Well, that's what I mean. Like if you're in a little bit of desperation mode, he could pop one off.
I mean, he did score a touchdown last week, didn't he?
Saints have excellent safeties, though. Matthew and May.
Yeah.
I think you're going to beat them long. Yeah, I just don't think you're going to beat them long.
Chances are Marcus May does not play, but Matthew did have 2 picks last week. So
yeah, he did.
I don't think May played last week either.
Oh, gotcha. They're usually really good on the back end. It's hard to beat them deep.
All right. Well then, Jameson Williams. Fuck me.
You can roster him you want. I just don't think I wouldn't play him.
No. I mean, I'm just thinking for those 3 wide receiver leagues or like super flex or
a lot of injuries too. You might have to play him. Absolutely.
Like that. I think I have Pop Douglas in my lineup right now, and I'm gonna have to look elsewhere because I also have Rashid Shaheed as my other guy. So I'm gonna be scanning the waiver wire.
Yeah. That situation. Yeah, because I'm kind of with you. I have Jaden Reed. I have Noah Brown. I have T. Higgins. I have like a lot of these guys that because I can't play T. Higgins because he's a Monday night game. So if he's out, I'm screwed. So there's like a lot of. I'm kind of with you in that sense. So I'm really just hoping that one of those guys plays.
I picked up DJ Chark last night.
Don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. Against Tampa?
Against Tampa, yeah. So he might be going in there for Pop.
I don't hate it at all. All right, let's move on to Falcons and Jets. Hate everyone in this game, but Davis.
Game of the week. Game of the week. Tyler Conklin. Start your tight ends against the Atlanta Falcons. Mason just dropped him. I told you I'm never wrong just early.
Well, I'm glad I did because I needed. I picked up DJ Chark over for him because I need. I guess I could have played Conklin too to flex. I don't trust. I don't trust who they're rolling out at quarterback, man.
Oh man, the Jets. I hate the Jets.
I think you're running out your running backs here. This is my take.
Yeah,
and that's about it.
To be clear, Tyler Conklin is hey, I'm Davis, and I might not have Trey McBride, and Isaiah Likely is on bye this week, and Mark Andrews is on IR, so somebody's got to play.
Did you pick him up?
I haven't yet, but I'm probably gonna, because freaking Gene picked up Kyle Pitts.
I think you're okay. I think
I'm down bad if you want Kyle Pitts.
Yeah.
Listen. I'm down bad in a lot of ways right now. Let me live in the pits of despair. So anyway, I think that's all you do with the Jets.
I kind of like that one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I wanted to dislike it, but I kind of smiled.
Mason, what do you think about this game?
I think you're just running out your running backs here.
Yeah, I agree.
I really don't. I think you can play Wilson because he's been surprisingly
AJ Terrell.
Yeah,
AJ Terrell.
Yeah, but I mean, he's even still. Everyone just knows it's like, well, There's Wilson, and they're just throwing him the ball.
But it's not Wilson to Wilson anymore.
I know, though. I was about to say the Wilson to Wilson song is kind of dead.
I think it's eternal. I don't think it died with Zach Wilson. It's eternal.
Oh man,
piece of Zach Wilson.
Yeah, if you have Garrett Wilson, I think you have to play him. You have to like hold your nose and play him.
He just keeps putting up numbers. I was looking at him when we were doing rankings. I was like, he put up 17 points last week and it wasn't a great matchup. And his quarterback is who?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, they had to play catch up. I don't think they'd be playing catch up against the Falcons.
I don't know. Did you see that offensive outburst against the Saints last week from the Falcons?
I think it could be a decent Brees day.
Yeah. I like Brees. I like Bijan, and you have to play Garrett Wilson. Then I think that's it.
Literally, I think that's all you can do here.
Yeah, I mean Pitts and Conklin if you have to.
Yeah,
I don't want to
stay away from London, obviously.
Yeah, you
should in general, the city, the people, but definitely the player.
God,
I missed that.
London, city.
Now, see, you're right back in the dog.
I can't be gone.
All right, Cardinals at Steelers.
You're fucking Snoopy over there. Can't stay away from home base for too long.
Nope.
Mason, who do you like in Cardinals Steelers?
Well, you convinced me that I should play Hollywood. I think I'm going to go with Hollywood because of how poor that secondary has been. So he put up a good game last week after absolutely destroying me the week before with a 2-point game. I literally needed 0.1 more from him. I'm not bitter, but I think you can go back to the well with him there.
He's on the injury report too. Like he's
two DNPs, but trending in the right direction as well.
Yeah.
So
wide receivers in this game are just probably all pretty tasty.
Yeah.
Alex, you're convincing me on Johnson too.
Yeah, I picked up Dorchula and the human Dorch.
Moore? You like him more than Moore?
I don't think Moore was available. But Moore definitely. Moore should be rostered. But I think I'm pretty positive he was because he wasn't. I couldn't find him. But I picked up Dorch because if Hollywood and Wilson don't play, I mean, there's no one left. It's McBride, Dorch, and Moore, and they're going to be passing the ball.
And Dorch has done it before too. That's what he just dropped straight down the depth chart, and it's like he was good last year.
Yeah,
and then he came back this year. What do you have, like 6 for 80 or something?
Yeah, he had 8 targets 2 weeks ago. Yeah,
I can play.
Yeah, if Hollywood, of course I like Hollywood, but because Wilson's probably not going to play, so if Hollywood didn't play too, I like Dorch and Moore. So Davis, so Mason, you're good. That was you like the receivers, Johnson and
that's what I'm going with.
What about you there?
You can refer to our last podcast that we talked about.
Yeah, we did go in deep on that. Yeah. I'm going to say something I'm not proud of. I'm going to say something I'm not proud of, and that is that I have Najee Harris at 14 this week.
What?
I do.
Yeah, he's been crushing.
Tell you why. He has been good. And if there's one thing I do on this podcast, quite often it's admit when I'm wrong. And so far, past couple weeks, I've been wrong about Najee Harris. So I have him and Jaylen Warren both within a couple spots of each other. I still think it's probably the Jaylen Warren show, but man, they're giving Najee the ball at the in the goal line stuff. He's actually making some decent runs. So
doesn't he have the most runs of 15 yards?
15 plus, 15 plus yards. So they've drafted this guy, Broderick Jones, in the first round, and for whatever reason, Mike Tomlin just refused to play him. As soon as he starts him off the bye, here's a Najee Harris: 15.8, 10.5, 15.6, 18.6, 4.6, 15.9. They finally decided to play their first round left tackle, and as soon as they play him, Najee goes crazy after the bye.
Yeah,
Najee. I mean, he's kind of like Brian Robinson. He's just like, it's ugly, but like,
at the end of the day, we need the points, and he's been getting you the points. So feel good about it. But
it's what he did last
top
year.
15 play. Yeah.
It's like
15 is bold.
Maybe Mike Tomlin, you should probably Play your first round.
How did we miss that? How did we miss that yesterday? That you have him as a top 15 guy.
I don't know. I meant to bring it up. I thought you guys were going to yell at me.
Yeah, I got it
in late. So
I mean, I don't hate that he's a top 20 guy, but 15 is bold.
Last 5 weeks, he's exactly RB14.
I like him better than DeAndre Swift.
It's Arizona,
I like him better
man.
than Pacheco.
Jesus. Yeah. They've just really been leaning on Warren a lot too, so I feel like they eat into each other some.
Yeah, last 6 weeks, Jalen Warren RB12 and Najee Harris RB13.
Yeah, and I have Jalen Warren at 17, so essentially a coin flip. But yes,
I have him
on the buys. Like I feel pretty good about him being a top 15 play.
That's crazy.
I don't like it.
No, I mean, so I guess I'm looking like I have Joe Mixon at 15, and I don't know if I necessarily love him more than I love those two guys. They have been consistent.
I have Mixon at 20, so
I got Mixon at 22.
Why do I hate Joe Mixon?
Yeah. I mean, that's I don't know. I think I could bump him down and bump those guys up a little bit, but yeah, and I've got Devon A. Chain there too.
Yeah. That's I didn't rank really Devon A. Chain. He's another guy.
I would bump them up a couple spots. I also have. Anyways.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Everybody talked about their. Oh, Davis, have you talked about? Oh, you have Najee.
I have Najee high.
Yeah, I think your starters this week are Najee, Jalen, Deontay, Pickens, Freiermuth. And then depending on receivers, either Hollywood or Dortch and Moore, and McBride, Connor. Miss anybody? Yeah. Miss anybody?
My only concern
Tyler.
with Moore, and then we'll move on, is that he is very much like that Jameson Williams thing we talked about, where it's like a couple of targets, he gets one. I mean, look at the past few games since Kyler's been back. He's had one to two catches, and one of them has been 50 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, so, I'm only playing if Hollywood doesn't play.
Yeah.
I'm gonna circle back. Are we done here? Sorry, are we done?
Yes. Yes.
So I just went and scanned when I was looking up players to talk about. I went and looked in our league, and I'm gonna completely walk back my Jalen Guyton comment. If Allen, I just picked him up as insurance, and I think this is a good call. If Keenan Allen doesn't go look to see if he is available, because he's gonna get those targets.
Yeah.
3 weeks ago, he had 14 points on 6 targets. So I forgot that Allen was that banged up. So I think he is a good insurance stash if you are an Allen owner like I am. So I went and I said goodbye to DJ Chark, and I put on my team.
After all that.
That.
I like it.
Well, I mean, if he's going to go down, then somebody's going to catch the ball there, and I'm going to need, especially if Allen's out, I'm going to need that guy.
Yeah, I like Everett a lot too. If Allen goes down, he'd probably be a top 10 play for me.
I might have to go put DJ back up again, because if Allen goes down and Douglas doesn't play, then I'm going to be hurting
for us.
Yeah. Anyways,
all right, Colts at Titans. Davis, what do you like in this game?
Oh man, not a whole lot. To be honest with you, I think you have to start your receivers. So I don't want to say start DeAndre Hopkins, but I think you kind of have to.
That's what I'm looking at right now.
I was debating. I have him as a top 30 play, and I probably need to move him up. But I don't know. I genuinely don't have a feel for what's going to happen in this game.
Well, it's almost like they played before, so you can kind of look back and.
That's exactly what I was doing.
No, it should be week to week. It's a new adventure.
I'm going to tell you exactly. Zach Moss did a smash start. Yeah. I was looking at Jonathan Taylor's what his projection was for this week, and it was 16, and then he went down, and Zach Moss's projection was 16. So he's just the same guy, which is hilarious that they paid Jonathan Taylor all this money when Zach Moss has been doing the exact same job, the exact same pace and production for pennies on the dollar. But so yes, Moss is a great call, Alex.
33.5 points last time he played.
It's a decent number.
And Nuke, last time they played, 8 receptions, 140 yards, 22 fantasy football points on 11 targets.
And they're at home this time.
Yeah, I think
much better at home.
I mean, different quarterback, obviously, but
Yeah.
I think they're probably going to feed him again. So I think he's a play. Yeah. Did you guys have a shot bet about him?
I have him. Oh, it's like 24 is a push, something like that.
25 is what I've got as the push. Yeah.
Yeah. You have him outside your top 30, Davis?
I'm at 28.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I feel good about him. I think I would put him in for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, Davis, what do you say?
Well,
they have gotten better. They've gotten better. So I don't know if you're getting 22 out of them, but I think you're getting 14-ish, 14, 15, 16.
The line on this game is, I think it's Titans by 1. Is that what I just saw? It's Colts by 1, so it's the tightest game as far as spreads go on the slate. It could be a toss-up either way as far as who actually wins, but I think you start your pass catchers, you start your running backs, especially Zach Moss, and see where the wind takes you. I don't think you definitely don't start Will Lewis or Levis, and maybe Gardner Minshew if you're in a bind.
Mm-hmm. Titans at home are a different team. 4-1 at home, 0-6 on the road. So they protect home.
They enjoy Nashville.
Yeah. So I've already bet this game. I have Titans money line. And I like everyone in this game as far as fantasy relevant players, including Josh Downs. Yeah. I mean, I would stay away from Okonkwo, like just because not yet. But both. Sorry. Sorry. Knicks game last night. So Pittman, Downs, Nuke, Henry, and Moss. I think there are 5 guys, and that's it.
Yep.
Right. Cool. Moving on to Miami at the Commanders. Mason, you kind of stole Davis's last time, but it is your turn to go first, so you go first.
I'm real nervous about Terry McLaurin.
Yes. David Howard and Ramsey.
He hasn't put up double-digit fantasy points in 3 weeks, and now he gets that secondary. I don't.
Yeah.
I think this is like a Curtis Samuel game, maybe.
Yeah. I was going to say that.
I think he's that gadget guy in the backfield for them,
Do I smell a Foo Fighter?
Oh.
I love that. I think Curtis Samuel is a sneaky little flex play here because the 2 other guys have not been doing it so much.
Yeah.
Dotson actually has 2 weeks in a row of PPR fantasy points, but they're like 11 and 10, so that's not moving the needle a lot for me. But Samuel was good last week after a few weeks of not doing anything, so I think he's another good play this week. And I'm just nervous. If you've got a better option, I think I need to bump McLaurin down my rankings some.
Yeah.
I was looking at him, and I was just like, I was just very disappointed in his production. I have him at 28, and I think I could go lower.
The only thing I can get you to get McLaurin is game script, because I think that the Dolphins are going to be way ahead, and they're going to throw the ball. So
I had him at 20 for that reason. I probably should knock him down or flip him with Curtis Samuel, who I've got at 31. But I agree with you, Mace. He's not been as scary a Terry as we'd like for him to be.
Yeah. I have Curtis Samuel way too low. I was just thinking about this just right now, and I'm going to move him way the fuck up. I'm going to move him up into around Terry McLaurin area.
Yeah. Davis, what you got?
Antonio Gibson. And here is why. So just like Mason said, with the secondary of Miami is just brutal. I think it is going to be tight as far as balls in the air, at least for until Miami puts up 40 on them, and then is what it is. But I'm going to be looking for some dump offs from Sam Howell, trying not to get sacked. And I think it's going to be a lot of running back work. So we might see another big Brian Robinson game where he had that like 6 for 130 or whatever it was a few weeks ago. And
tantalizing.
And I am tempted to say, dare I say, Antonio Gibson might be looking at 4 catches and a touchdown. Just kind of feels like one of those weirdo little wheel routes for a touchdown.
Do I smell a Foo Fighter?
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, we're putting a lot of stock into Washington.
I know. About that.
I mean, that offense has been putting up production. So,
I will say this though. Quietly, Miami has not been like, I think we're still kind of like we do with Denver, where we're still kind of looking at them from that 70-point beatdown Miami put on them. They've not been doing that in the past few weeks. They've not been, necessarily the world beaters that they looked like the first few weeks. So this could be a more competitive game than we expect it to be.
Yeah, they're playing the Commanders' pass defense.
They are at home. Home. It could be a shootout, is what it could be. I said
more competitive. I didn't say close.
Yeah, smash starts Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill. Raheem Mostert, A-Chain. I gotta see what the injury report says. I'm worried about a workload dip. Because of the knee. But man, like Mason said yesterday, you only need one. Only need one for him. So I'm probably playing him for the upside.
I had him at 17. I'm going to move him down closer to like the flex consideration, probably like low 20s. Just because, like, man, if he went out last week, 2 weeks ago, they benched him last week. Right? Did they bench him last year? Was that
no? He got hurt. He got hurt.
Yeah.
Was that just last week?
Yeah.
I mean, I would really dive deep on if you have him. I don't have him in any league, so if you have him, I would look at what the beat reporters are saying. Really, really like hone in on what people are talking about with him. And if you are desperate, then I think you have to play him because you play to win, and he's going to give you an opportunity. Even But oof. Yeah, it is definitely nerve-wracking.
Yes.
Yeah, Commanders. Brian Robertson's
terrible against the run too, so it's such a juicy opportunity.
I know. I think Mostert. Put all your money on Mostert.
Mostert definitely. Mostert either way. If A-Chain goes or if he doesn't.
Yeah. Well, Davis, you gave me a hard time about Mostert yesterday. I
asked your thinking. I didn't give you a hard time. I think you should have ranked him higher.
All right.
I have him at 13, so clearly I don't think that.
We got to push through these last few games with Commanders. Play your own risk. Other than Brian Robinson, everybody else is like, including Logan Thomas. I'm like, play your own risk. Logan Thomas is a border like I think I'm at number 10, so he's a tight end one for me. But everybody else, play your own risk. I think you have to start Terry, but
keep running Sam Howell out there. He's been awesome.
Yeah, 1,000%. He's going to find ways to get you points, whether it's running the ball. He'll will you to at least 10 points. So all right, we got Broncos at Texans. Davis, what do you got?
Cortland Sutton smash start.
God damn it, Davis.
Woo! Doesn't give a shit about Stingley Jr.
Nope.
Does not care.
I was about to say, is he just a must start these days?
1,000%. He's crushing.
Yeah.
He's a lock-in wide receiver too with a little bit of top 15 upside.
Yeah.
Judy's not. I mean, we were hot on Judy to do exactly what he's been doing this year and just kind of took it here.
But did you see him at Alabama?
Listen, I hope the door stays locked when you walk into it when you leave. He was really good. He was really good in Alabama, though, guys. But, Cortland Sutton. I think you just put him in the starting lineup and leave him there. Don't take him out. He's been great.
Yeah, he's been unbelievable. And Judy might not play either, so I kind of like Mims as a potential start if Judy doesn't go. I think, dude, it just feels like a bomb to Mims is going to happen this game. It just feels like it. I don't want to make him my Foo Fighter, but it just feels like we're getting a Mims bomb this game. I got my other guy. I got another guy that I like for my Foo Fighter. Go ahead, Mason.
I don't. Everyone's been talking about Tank Dell these past few weeks. Nico Collins has been fucking awesome. He has had double-digit fantasy points in the last 3 games and like good double-digit fantasy. 14.4, 13.5, 23.4 in the past 3 weeks. I think Surtain probably is on Tank Dell if he goes.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
And If not, they might. I don't know if he's going to shadow. He might just stay to a side kind of thing. So one of those guys is going to have a good game, I think. And I know they've been playing better, but you can't guard all three. And I think Brown is back. So it's going to be an air raid.
I'm nervous about Tank Dell's workload if he does go, because a calf, man, you don't want to mess with a calf because that's Achilles. Like don't mess with calves. So I think if he plays, I think he might be on a little bit of a pitch count.
Maybe
so. The calf injury can really tank your season, so I would not do that.
Oh my God!
Nobody's been talking about Nico, and I think it's
Mason. You just missed it.
What?
Oh, it was one of our better ones.
Can tank your season?
Yeah, calf injury can really tank your season. Anyway.
Okay.
That one pretty good. That's why I didn't think about it, because it actually sounded normal.
I'm 2 for 3 with you. I'm 2 for 3.
Yeah, you're doing pretty well today.
Thank you.
So Javonte, Singletary, Cortland Sutton, Tank Dell, Nico Collins, and Schultz is still a top 10 guy for me, but I temper expectations. Anybody else that I missed? Well, Russell Wilson and Stroud for sure.
What are we doing with Noah Brown?
I was about to bring up. He's limited practice participant the past 2 days.
Yeah.
Seems to be trending toward playing, but especially like we said yesterday with all 3 of them out there, I don't know how that shakes out yet. So I think you keep him on your roster or pick him up if he's out there, because he has been
I had to drop it.
Fantastic. I'm about to pick him up. Deal with that.
But 27.3, 24.2 his last 2 outings when he was healthy.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. No.
Crazy.
Yeah, and if Tank Dell doesn't go, I like Noah Brown as a start this week. Yeah. I will be starting him this week if he doesn't go.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the game of the week: Panthers versus Buccaneers. Davis, what do you think about this game?
Do I have to? So this one's tricky because, as we said, you can, like, Tampa Bay is where you go to look good as a quarterback. I would like to reiterate I ranked Bryce Young at 45 for this week. So he's kind of like in that CFL, Canadian Football League range.
Yeah. Your quarterback is Derek Carr.
It's not Bryce Young, though.
We know what Derek Carr is, though. We don't know what Bryce Young is yet.
I mean, Chris Godwin is the name I'm going to go with, because I think it's the one we were talking about but I think you're going to see, I mean, is J.C. Horn playing? He'll be on Mike Evans.
No.
Well,
maybe he is, but
Mike Evans is going to obliterate us for the 14th time in his career.
He was just low-hanging fruit. I wanted to take him. He's actually my Foo Fighter this week as a very,
always
very
crushes freaking Panthers. Man. God, he always crushes Panthers.
But I don't know what else, what's different, like what you would do different in this game. I think you start your Buccaneers you would normally start, and I think you drop all of your Panthers.
I mean,
there's not a Panther I really want to play.
You gotta play Thielen.
Oh yeah, sorry, Thielen.
Thielen against that Tampa Bay secondary. I mean, honestly, DJ Chark, or I mean, if you're throwing a dart, Mingo probably is a decent start.
And welcome to my Foo Fighter, Jonathan Mingo. 15 points this week. 15 points plus this week. Jonathan Mingo.
Interesting. We need like a drop. We need to start making drops for Foo Fighters. We need to have the well, we probably can't get the royalties to Foo Fighters, so.
Yeah, Jonathan Mingo breakout game. He led the NFL in separation last week. He just doesn't know how to stop before running out of bounds to catch the ball. But man, excellent athlete. Thomas Brown looks like he's calling plays. Thomas Brown plus Jonathan Mingo equals very nice against a Tampa Bay secondary. Jonathan Mingo, 15 plus points. Foo Fighter. Go ahead, Mason.
I mean, that's pretty much what I was just saying. I was saying I think you can maybe throw a dart at those other 2 Panthers. Mm-hmm. I already talked about DJ Chark. He's one of those 2 guys could be very relevant. And if you're in a pinch like I am, there's a world where I go back and pick him up, but we'll see.
Yeah. Rachaad White is probably the best start of the game. I really like him this week.
Yeah.
And that's about it. Everything else is White, Thielen, and Evans are your must starts, and then everything else you're like, we'll see what happens. Yeah. Browns at Rams. Mason, go first.
Keep an eye on Tutu Atwell. You know, if
we talked about this.
Yeah, I think he might be just worth picking up in general.
Yes.
Moving forward, depending on what happens with Mr. Cooper Kupp and that hammy. He was not really been relevant since like week 4, but he if you have Cooper Kupp, it's another kind of like very rarely do you need to do a wide receiver backup, but he might be a guy to consider.
Yeah, I totally agree with this. We talked a little bit about that on Sunday when we were watching the games, Mason. Tutu, if Cooper Kupp for any reason goes down, I think Tutu becomes a top 30-ish wide receiver.
He's got to be played. Yeah. I mean, look what he did when he was out. He was a top 20 guy.
Yeah, I completely agree. Davis, what do you got?
We got Tyler Higbee. I think my theme this week is digging for tight end gold, and he did score a touchdown, but only had 4 targets last week. So temper expectations. But
I'm going to kick back on this. The Cleveland Browns are the best against tight ends.
I mean, again, everybody else is pretty like. What am I going to say about Kyron Williams? Don't start Matthew Stafford. Like ideally, you don't start any Rams against Cleveland.
Yeah.
You got it if you're desperate for a tight end.
Higbee's been ramping up a little bit. He's been seeing more volume.
But you're right, Mason.
This is a terrible matchup.
Right, I agree.
I think it's a trap to put him in your lineup. I would advise against that.
Yeah, you're right, Davis. Kyron Williams, smash start. Look what P. Ryan and Devontae Williams did to the Browns. They're just bad against pass catching. They're bad, but like that's where you can beat them. And Davis, then, go ahead.
Sorry, keep going, Alex.
Puka. And I don't want Kupp right now, but Puka you can play as a top 20 play for me. And then on the Browns, you definitely got to play Ford. Hunt's a little banged up. He also hasn't been that good lately, so I think I'd only start Ford and Njoku. I'm starting this week.
Dude, Njoku, can we talk about how excellent he has been?
Yes.
Holy cow, man. He has double-digit fantasy points in the past, 8 games. He has been under the radar, dude. He is freaking crushing people right now. I was looking to try and trade for him because I needed a tight end this week, and Brett has him, and I was like, oh, there's no way Brett's giving him up.
No.
He's been fantastic.
He is tight end 6 the past 6 weeks. So he's been
he's
awesome.
averaging 10 points on the year, and that was with a very slow start. Since week 7, he has 10.4, 17.7, 12.6, 11.8, 12.6, 11.9. Like, just the consistency is so delicious.
We like that.
He's not. It's hard to say that he is a league winner, but he is just a lock for consistency in a position that is sparse.
He's been the dream of you wait on tight end and you get your tight end in the 11th round or for $1 in auction drafts, and he's just fine. I know we're at 12:15, so Alex, I think we might.
Let's just push through these last few. You're starting on both sides. I still started Amari Cooper and stay away from everyone else for me. So 4:00 game, San Francisco versus the Eagles. Game of the week. If Thursday night game wasn't the game of the week, what do you got, Davis?
Not that you're not starting him, but AJ Brown is going to be my Foo Fighter of the week. I have him ranked number 2.
Injury report
for wide receivers. Don't say words like that to me, please.
Okay.
So he's limited. He's gonna play. If AJ Brown plays, smash top 2, potentially top 1. But he's my Foo Fighter, assuming health. And if he doesn't play, I'll just take a shot. I don't know.
What's your call? Like, what does he have to do to get a shot?
Oh, I was gonna. I was going to say he's a top 2 play.
Oh, top 2? Oh, wow. That's super bold.
Who was this?
AJ Brown.
AJ Brown.
I mean, I think he's going to do well, but man, I mean, top 5 would be bold. Like top 2. That's like,
he's had a couple down weeks, but I feel pretty good about him. He's already played. We already yelled about him.
I would say you're not getting yourself much of a buffer at all. Right. Especially after you already saw DK and CD put up 30 plus.
Well, fine. I'll go top 5.
I'm giving you top 5 because that means you're basically saying that you have to beat 32.6 to be a top 2. I would just say that over 30 points if you're going to do that.
Not going to do that, but yeah.
Top 5. Yeah. Okay. Mason, what do you got?
I am going Brock Purdy. He's my Foo Fighter this week.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Brock Purdy with over 23 fantasy points this week.
Well, nice.
I think he probably gets over this. You know, this isn't part of the Foo Fighter part, but I think he's over 300 yards, and I think he's 3 touchdowns, and that gets him over 23 points. So I think he's just a smash start. I have him as top 4 guy. I literally have him ranked over Patrick Mahomes this week. People just torch the Eagles, man.
Yeah, I like both receivers in this game. I'm playing with receivers.
I just think he's going to crush. I talked about him yesterday, and so I was like, I have to double down here. If I have him that high, he's got to be my guy.
Nice. So overall we got Debo, Ayuk, Kittle, CMC, Purdy, Hurts, Brown, Devonta Smith, and Swift. Anybody else? Goddard if he plays, but he's probably not going to play.
No, I don't think he's going to play.
Yeah. All right. I think that's it. I think that's pretty obvious. This is the obvious. There's not even anybody on the table, I think.
Here's a fun little game I think we should play. Who do we think is going to be the odd man out of the San Francisco Quattro?
George Kittle.
I think so too.
They're going to need him to block. That pass rush is insane.
I think Kittle is a tempered expectation. The thing is, you never know. The game flow could dictate that all of a sudden that maybe they're trying to button down the hatches and the middle of the field is open. But then that's also where Debo could be, so I think you're right. I think Kittle is the guy, but I also would not be surprised if we ate those words.
But A-Chain officially playing this week. Go ahead.
For Mike McDaniel.
Yeah.
God, you just have to play him. I feel.
I think you do have to.
Yeah. Especially this early. Like they're saying that he's going to play on a Friday. Like it's not even like game time decision. So he's good.
Even if he's on a limited. I mean, look, he was on limited snap count, not because of injury before. Well, actually, not true because he didn't play the first game of the season, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he was on a limited there, and look what he did.
No, like if they're saying it this early, I doubt he'll be on a pitch count. But yeah, I think Kittle is going to have to block because that is an insane pass rush they have. So I think he's not going to run enough routes to be relevant. Yeah,
I have Ayuk and, like I said, 9 and 10 this week. They're both top 10 plays for me. So I think Kittle is the odd man out.
Yeah,
I agree, Alex.
Love it.
So Sunday night game, Chiefs at Packers. Mason, you can go first this time.
Chiefs at Packers. I mean, can we get away from Jaden Reed? He's just been fantastic.
Yeah.
I think he has deserved a starting role in your lineup. You probably have other wide receivers that are also pretty good, so he's probably like a flex guy for you. But I think he's got to be in there. Even in like a 10 team, you have to get him.
Yeah, they manufacture touches for him. He is on the injury report as well, but looking like
everybody is right now. Yeah. There's a good chance that I play him in Chris Olave's spot on my team if Olave doesn't go. But he's been good. Won
me a lot of money last week. First touchdown score. Let's go, Jaden Reed. Go ahead.
Alex, are you proud of me for saying Jaden instead of Jalen?
Instead of Jalen?
I'm proud. You got his last name.
I still got a little nervous when I said I was like Jalen. I kind of muddled the J.
You also said, you didn't say Jordan, who was a tight end for the Washington football team a while ago.
God, Jesus.
Davis,
I'm gonna go Jordan Love. I don't like
you talked about it yesterday.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like the matchup necessarily against Kansas City, but they're gonna have to score to keep up.
Yeah.
Aaron Jones is still banged up. He is two DNPs this week so far. So you're looking at AJ Dillon in the backfield. So they're going to be throwing the ball.
Wait. Did you say Aaron Jones isn't playing?
Most likely not.
Most likely, he's got 2 DNPs right now. I like. Jaden Reed does have 2 DNPs too, so keep an eye on that. But I like Jordan Love, especially for some garbage time points.
Yeah. Another guy that I really, really liked this week, and I was tempted to make my Foo Fighter, was Rashee Rice. Yeah. I just couldn't get, like, with Mingo, 15 is like, that's insane for him. Rashee Rice, if I said 15, it'd be like, whatever. So I would have to like 20.
Sorry, Davis, I just went in to see if who's the backup for the Green Bay Packers? Dylan is available, and I just see that Davis went and picked up Noah Brown while we were recording too.
I told you I was going to.
That's so funny.
Get ready.
Right, there you go. So Chiefs, you got Pacheco, Mahomes, Rashee Rice, and Kelsey. Packers, I like Love, Dylan. Love, Dylan, Reed, Watson is starting to get a lot of targets, and Dobbs is borderline.
Yeah,
depends on who you have. But yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, guys. I'm looking at this. This is actually kind of funny though. I'm looking at John's team because I'm playing against him, and he has Aaron Jones in his lineup right now, and AJ Dillon and Brett dropped him, and I don't know. He doesn't have another running back besides Samaje Perine.
Yeah, Keaton Mitchell's on bye too. That's who he was leaning on last week. Do I drop Madison, who's on a bye this weekend, to pick up AJ Dillon to stop him from getting him? That's the level of petty that I am here for.
I know, that's why I'm laughing.
Do it.
Like, is Madison gonna do anything for me the rest of the year? I'm not
Definitely
playing
not this
him.
week.
I'm kind of with you on that. I don't like 10-team league. Madison.
It blocks him. He has to play somebody else that's not. I mean, if AJ Dillon, that's the backup to the player that he has.
Yeah,
he would pick him up in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't seen that yet.
I mean, somebody picks up Madison if I drop him for sure.
Yeah.
But also, like, enjoy.
Actually, I'll pick him up.
Madison?
Yeah.
Or AJ Dillon?
Dylan. Well, because so here's what
collusion?
This is what I like to do. I like to let me just do it real fast. I like to have somebody in the late game that is droppable. So if I need a kicker, I can drop for a kicker. I already have to give up somebody because I don't have a fucking kicker right now. So there you go. I just picked him up.
Oh no, I picked up Boswell. Oh my god. So I like collusion, but
I like having Dylan anyways because that means I can drop him if I need a kicker.
I was saying I wanted to do it, so you did.
Yeah.
I didn't ask you to do it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you just let me know that he was available.
There you go.
All right, let's move on to the last game because I gotta get going.
Yeah. Sorry.
Bengals at Jaguars. Davis, you got anything that you like about this game?
We also on Monday too.
Yeah, we can preview it on Monday, but
yeah.
Like a lot of Jaguars, and I don't like a lot of Bengals. There's
perfect.
My hard-hitting analysis for you.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm nervous about Mixon. Ever since Burrow went down, they've been stacking the box, and he's been not great.
Yeah.
Javonte Williams or Joe Mixon this week?
Javonte Williams.
I think I have to.
Yeah.
I think I need to drop Mixon and boost Javonte because I have Mixon too high, I think.
Yeah. I just like Denver overall.
He just gets targets through the air, and P. Ryan is getting those. The thing about
that's what sucks. Is P. Ryan getting play more?
He gets everything. There is nobody else. So if he does well, then he's a true 3-down back, and Javonte is more of a 2.
And Browning on the injury report with a wrist injury. I don't know if that was I don't know if that was like a Burrow, like, because everybody was hating on like Burrow not being on it, and they're just like being an asshole. But he's on the injury report with a wrist injury, and you know what you need to throw a football?
A wrist.
Is it his throwing wrist? Do we know?
I think so. I think it is. I don't think it's
like he's on there anymore.
Yeah, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think they were doing it to be assholes because the NFL was investigating him on Burrow.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah, but I agree. Chase and Mixon.
I might have to go with Mixon just because that 3-down potential is there, and if he catches 5 balls for 14 yards, that's
it's the Connor. It's the Connor argument. It's like you just see the volume. You can't.
Yeah, he doesn't come out on 3rd down or on no one spells him. Name their backup.
Chase Brown,
Chris Evans.
Exactly.
Trayvon Williams.
Which one? Which one comes in?
Or Travion Williams. I don't know if it's Trayvon or Travion. It's a Williams though.
Exactly.
I think Chase Brown's on IR still, but
is Mike Evans still on that team? I don't even know. Or Chris Evans?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, I have no idea. All right, cool. And then start every single freaking Jaguar you have.
Zay Jones.
I mean, you have him. I mean, I don't know what else you would have him if you're not going to play him against the Bengals. Like, I mean, not like the Bengals are a bad team. I'm just saying, like, this matchup is very, very good for Zay Jones. The only other reason you would have Zay Jones is if you think that Ridley and Kirk both go down. I don't think I'd ever play Zay Jones any other way.
One quick note on this: Travis Etienne is on the injury report with a chest injury. Dearness Johnson appears to be the backup there, so might be worth a speculative add.
Looks good too. Looks really good.
He did look good. That was weird.
I'm so mad at Cleveland for cutting him. He was great.
Yeah, what are you doing, Cleveland? Like you let Hunt and Dearness Johnson both walk? You're like they're weird. What a weird team. Brown's gonna Brown. All right. Mason, you want to end it for us?
Yes, I shall do that for us right now. I'm going to say F you this time, guys.
Okay. All right. Dave's got it. F you. All right. Watch Mason.
Ready? As we say at the end of every episode, F you.
Fantasy asshole, Davis. You're doing it on purpose.
I was waiting to see if you were going to say fuck or not.
That actually was the most in sync we've been.
Yeah,
I thought we were going after Mason on that one. Listen, the bit is there. You gotta accept it.
Bye now.
Adios.
Toodaloo.
Later.